Is there anybody here from Cork? I know, if I'm in an audience and some gobshite on stage asks, is there anybody here from Cork? I get an urge to hold up one hand because I did in fact live in Cork back in the 60s for a couple of years before emigrating to Canada. Had I been actually born in Cork, I'd hold up both hands and give up. No. This is for my father, Bob Lynn, who lived and worked in Cork in the Tower Bar, pulling exclusively and religiously pints. And it's also for any of you from Fenelon Falls who are customers of Murphy's Lochside Pub and Patio, in the event that you should venture to Cork and not speaking the language, could benefit from using the head. So, 'tis 4 on the button when in comes Con, dragging the knuckles across a droughty mouth he intones nothing. Words are superfluous here in his local pub on Tower Street, off Friars Walk, off Barrica, Cork. Con uses the head and nods it at the barman, Bob. Right, Connie, answers my father, Bob, who works there 3 to 7, a few days a week, pulling exclusively and religiously pints. And no call for the Fordon or Guinness either, for 'tis Cork's own Beamish that gets the nod. Come here, it isn't a nod, is it? In fact, it's the opposite. It's an upward jerk of the chin. A reverse nod, a don. So Con dons and reinforces it with a finger. Nothing ostentatious now, for you're in Cork here, not Dublin. And neither is it this finger's intention to indicate, 1 pint please, master of the house. No, for if it were, Con would raise 2 fingers for 2 pints, but he doesn't and daren't. No, 2 pints are indicated thusly, and a round, which allows considerable ostentation, thusly. You'll have noticed too that Con supplements the don with a short the don, not to be confused with the doff, which went out without its hat some years ago and caught its death. That is, the doff died out with hats and caps, for you had to sport a hat in order for to doff it. And did you ever wonder why hats were doffed? To reassure the other fella that you weren't hiding a halo and were no saint either, I suppose, but the doff is dead. Killed not so much by fashion, but by a close relation, the semi-doff. Now, to describe the semi-doff as the right hand rising to touch the peak of the cap, or where the peak would be if the cap fits, is inaccurate and suggests a salute, which implies a hierarchy. And come here, we'll have none of that here. For Con defers to no man, and the pint is his sole and only gaffer. No, not a salute, for in the semi-doff, the head goes halfway to meet the hand, and at an angle of 45 degrees, thusly. And the semi-doff always makes eye contact, except to women, clergymen, and fellas whose sisters you've known intimately. Now, if the right hand is spoken for, holding a pint, as Con's is by now, the head goes solo, but with a quicker, clockwise, right to left motion, an action that can cause the right eye to momentarily blink, and this blink too can be modified depending on your sense of flair, degree of intimacy, and or sexual persuasion, but for the most part it's used to greet fellas whose names you've quite forgotten. Fellas with whom you have just a nodding acquaintance, but again, it's not known as a nod, it's known in Cork as a how ya. Interestingly, the reverse of this, an anti-clockwise, left to right motion is a come here, not to be confused with the far-famed who's your man? Are you getting all this? The come here, the who's your man, and the how ya. And how's Con? Well, by now his pint is what, 3/4 gone, and shortly he will. Right, Connie, again from my father. And thereafter, Con settles in the bar, and unfortunately there we must leave him. For I'm invariably settled in the snug, where my father prefers me so that we can chat when he's not dancing attendance on the gaffer. And it isn't that I want to eavesdrop, But I do want to watch, not to listen, but to monitor the listener, for in this way you get not only the gist of the conversation, look, it's probably all gist anyway, but you get more, you get its impact, its clout. And where do they take it? On the chin. Remember, in monitoring the listener, the focal point is his chin. Or as they say on the north side, you may talk through your arse, but you listens with your chin. Yeah, right. Consider this chin when affronted. It will instantly tuck in, pulling the head with it in spasmodic jerks, and this is known as the "I will in my arse. I will it." You'll know you've struck a nerve. Now, if merely confronted, a different nerve pulls it, but at an angle of 45 degrees, thusly. And this is known as the "go away all that. I will in my..." Notice the subtle difference. Now the "oh now." Here you get a quick upper jerk with the chin, and it must be quick enough not only to throw the head up, but also, and essentially, both eyes and the brow. And the sudden action causes the mouth to pop open, allowing the emission "oh now," hence its name, I suppose, though on the north side it's more commonly known as the "you're an awful man, you're an awful man. I will in my..." Go away. Are you getting all this? Con and the lads using the head in Cork. Now, for the most part, they have their heads well screwed on. 'Tis the chin that throws a spanner in the works by getting emotionally involved. And for the most part, cooler heads do prevail. Now, occasionally there are some differences, and wouldn't you know, the chin is in the thick of things again. No, keep your powder dry, But if sparks are really going to fly, the hands yield the floor. No hands, knees, or bumpsy daisy, it's all chin, the jut. Come here. Who you calling a langer? No, keep your the hands again. Not to be confused with refusal, as in, "Come here, will you chance another one of those?" No, go on, no, but you yield with a "you're an awful man." But you do insist it's you round. Process that warrants a whole chapter on its own and more properly belongs in the advanced class. But to make a long story short, 'tis my round, my turn to don, to catch my father's eye. Now, I want to use the heart and say, Dad, I love you, but I'm in Cork. So I use the head and go,